Hello, today, earthquake devices, Westwood, a green thing. I don't know what it does. As I just said in that intro earlier, I don't know what it does. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. So I know it's green. My first impression would be it's a tubby screamy thing with bass and treble. But it says Earthquake on it and it's got tentacles, so likely not. So let's see what's in here. 4-year warranty. That's nice, like a car. And a sticker with the tentacly thing. And a Westwood instruction manual, so that'll hopefully tell us what it does. And what's this? We must register with Warwick Distribution. I choose not to. Earthquake devices catalog. Look at all the fancy. Oh, that's way too bright. Look down here. Look down here where it's less bright. Earthquake devices catalog with many colorful color things. There we go. I have a sack. Let's go there, Leslie. Come on. Less of my face is better. And more, of course, of Sir Fluffington. MrGugu.com. I'm not getting paid for this. By the way, talking about shit. The thing in the sack, I'm not getting paid for. I have this here to make a demo for Thomann, which means the pedal, which has notches, nice, will go back, and I am not charging to make this demo, which means I am free to say whatever I want. It is serial number 17, so it's an early one. Pretty damn cool. And it's greenish, has the LED over here, which is kind of neat. It's not a clickety-click, it's a soft clickety-click. Bass treble with a notch, whereas the bass notch is not exactly in the middle. As you can see, that's notched, but hey, the pot is just not centered. Who cares? Well, maybe we do. We have a level and a drive. 9 volt. 9 volt is not adjusted, not hooked up to the chassis, but it is PCB mounted. You know, many companies do that. I prefer if it is actually secured on the chassis. And we have top mounted ins and outs. That's really all that I know. What does this thing say? Hey there, Desperado. Welcome, blah, 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 blah. Is it touch sensitive? Touch sensitive. Transparent overdrive as clean and pure as the breeze which blows through a grove of Douglas fir trees, and as hot as a damn fine cup of coffee. Okay. Powerful EQ has 20 dBs of cut or boost. That's a shit ton. That's even more than OnePlus, which I think have 18. So it's an active EQ. Bass is at 80 Hertz, which is neat. Adjust output level, adjust the amount of overdrive. 80 Hertz and 2K at the treble. So it's an overdrive. Okay? That's gonna be interesting. Let's put it on the table. I apologize for the vocal sound to be a little bit faint. The mic was just in the corner on the table. Yeah, now it's hooked up where it's supposed to be. I'm sorry. So, shit happens. I'm not redoing this. As always with overdrives, we have a couple of things we want to test, which is, of course, the drive into an amp. In this case, it is the Smallbox 50 from Friedman, which we can see in a whole bunch of cameras. So Leslie, pick one. There you go. It's this thing. It's a Plexi style amp, which right now is on a clean setting. Obviously we're gonna send it into a whole bunch of different amps, for which I have to get my cheat sheet out and see what my amp list is. We have a whole bunch. We'll go through that later. We'll also check it out in the room. How will it sound to you if you're standing in front of a 212 cab like this one from Coffee Caps, loaded with creambacks, and we're miking that with Lewitt LCT 340s, pretty nice condenser mics overheads. So you get an idea of, about 5 meters away, what does it sound like. And well, that's all that we need to know. Plus this red thing in front of Sir Fluffington, which is a Friedman Classic S. I like that for demos because I have this is a tremolo humbucker in the back. So, let's go. Everything centered. It threw the aux, did I say that? Aux with a 412 mic with a 57 and a ribbon with some room on it. How much more do you need to know? The pedal would be nice. That's not the pedal, that's me without the pedal. That is soft clicky with the pedal. Maybe I put something on the camera so we have less. Does it even look better? Here, less glare on the pedal. That is neat. It's a neat sound. It sounds aggressive in a way. It's less overdrivey and more fuzzy. It's my first. Hey, let's compare. Come on. I'm not getting paid for shit, so might as well throw other brands in the mix. I got a JHS double barrel here. I'm a big fan of JHS, but they make nice pedals, if you know what I mean. This is their version of a, what's it called? Tubby screamy thing. Back to the Westwood. So you know why I'm saying it's a little bit more aggressive. Let's see what it can do at lower settings. That is nice! Ventris delay from Source Audio. Ventris and Reverb, I'm sorry. Something unique. It's not a smooth, warm overdrive. It's an overdrive with a bite, and it has a tiny hint of fizzly fuzzly in it. I mean, come on, look at where it's coming from. Look who made it. They like fizzly fuzzly stuff. So let's go full. There's definitely some fuzz in there. So let's go back here. Let's look at the EQ. I think for those sludge people, whoever they are and whatever they do, this would be a good setting. I think, because apparently they like a lot of bass, not a lot of high end, and something fuzzy. They told me. I don't know. I don't know sludge, but here was the setting that I think would be used for that. No treble we just had. The EQ is wide. As if the EQ has a very pointy resonance. Let me show you what I mean. It almost feels like a filter. There's this meow, meow. So that's what you get when you have a little bit more resonance on the frequency. It feels like wherever that is set, that frequency is pronounced a bit. my friend, good friend, Billy Cardigan from the Shy Boys and Effects and Pedals Arena Corner would say, the pedal makes the guitar sound different than it sounded before. It indeed does that. But also, it's sick. It's a sick pedal. It makes some sick sounds. Yeah, so you can actually use this as a mild overdrive with a hint of fuzz. You can most certainly use it to destroy the signal as well if you wanted that. So, in that way, it is flexible. So moving on, let's... Oh, it's off. Huh. Let's listen to it in the room, for which I will wheel back. Let's do that setting. In the room. It's as if it's remote controlled. So we're back here, and I bring in the speaker by dialing up the aux. And why not? How does it push an amp that's already overdriven? We'll go to the Dirty Shirley. That's that thing all the way at the end there that says Friedman on it. Let's see what it does to it. I think that's why they said it's transparent. Transparent doesn't mean it is neutral in its sound. Its sound is very unique, actually, with a little bit of fuzzle on it. But the amp stays the amp. So this is the Dirty Shirley. And that with the Westwood. So it imposes its fuzziness on it without changing the sound of the amp. That is pretty phenomenally cool. Moving on to amp number 2, which is we're gonna go to the Rev 740. That's the green monster right behind me. Clean, sounds like so. That's not true. Rev 740, now it's clean. Moving on to the Black Hat Little Giant, which is, that's, I don't have a 34. Here, the Black Hat Little Giant is a very inexpensive amp. It's that tiny little thing there with the red light under the dual clones next to the diesel. Used to be sold for 120 bucks, so that's a very inexpensive little 5-watt amp. By itself sounds like this. Works like a charm. Moving on to the AC20, that's a Vox type thing. And it's brilliant. That's actually really nice. That's a good combo. Less fuzzy than with the Friedman. Interesting. Dirty Shirley we'll do it again. Here's Dirty Shirley by itself. Works brilliantly in a boosty kind of capacity. Moving on, what else do we have? We have the Karl Martin Custom Shop 50. That is as boutique as an amp comes, loaded with KT88, and it's made as a one-channel pedal beast. Tiny little bit more fuzzlish. Moving on to the Victory V40, which should be number 10. Works beautifully. Moving on, Orange Rocker Verb is the 11? No, yes. Nice. Jet City Emilia. Let's move on to that. Very thin amp, very classic-y. Ah, nice bass knob. sure. Joyo Beale Street. That's a tweet kind of an amp. Tweety. And the Using Kettner Deluxe 20. That's 16. That's a lot of amps. It's that blue thing that you can't see right now in any camera. No, it's not there. It's on the speaker. You can't see it on the speaker. Oh, wow. Ha! Leslie is so on it. She just removed the pedal. Isn't she a clever minx? Westwood from Earthquake Devices. It says it's a transparent overdrive. Yes, it is transparent, absolutely. The amp stays your amp, so your sound is there just with the Westwood on it. I expected it to be screamy, which it is not. Is it an overdrive or is it a fuzz? Well, as we've just learned, if you've seen this whole damn thing, is it really depends on your amp. With the tweet style Joyo Beale Street, it was not very fuzzy. With the Victory, it wasn't. With anything that's more plexi-tesky, plextastical, it sounded more fuzzy the more you increase the drive. So it's not a clean, overdrivey, creamy thing. It always has a bit of harshness, and I don't want to say this in a negative way, but it's there. A top end thing, and again, a little bit of a fuzz thing. So it's not your typical green box. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it compares to anything, which would be right up in line with what Earthquake Devices is known for. Doesn't compare to anything, and those guys are nuts. So, in, the good creative kind of way. So I think, don't get this if you need a normal overdrive. If you want an overdrive that has a bit of, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Huh? You know what I mean? Wink's as good as an auto blind bat, Squire. Huh? That kind of thing. Then I think it's pretty damn cool. It's unique, and you have to want that. It's not. Don't get it if you're looking for another Tube Screamer because it's green, because it's not. That very wild thing that happens, with the treble and the bass and that kind of pronounced frequency response, it can get cranky, icky sounds if you want that. Again, I think right in line with what Earthquake is known for. You heard the sounds, up to you. Might not be my first choice for an overdrive on a pedal board. Might be my first choice if I want to play indie type things that are a little bit more aggressive and slightly fuzztastic without wanting a fuzz. Because I'm not a big fuzz guy. So that might be my pedal if I wanted a fuzz, because it's only this much fuzz. Links below. Thank you guys that support me on Patreon. You are awesome. And t-shirts are available, not this. My t-shirts at Teespring, link below. Help yourself. Please look at EU and US, because EU shipping means EU shipping, it's cheaper. US means they ship from the US, which is cheaper. Animals at the end, as always, and thank you for watching.